Happy Monday, everyone, and happy Chinese New Year for tomorrow.
Happy Monday and happy Chinese New Year. I'm so excited for this episode because I will be learning here too about the Chinese New Year. So, see, can you tell me how I can say and our audience Happy Chinese New Year in Chinese?
So in Mandarin is 新年快乐.
新年快乐.
Yes, and in Cantonese is 新年快乐.
One more time. I'm
新年快乐.
新年快乐.
快乐. Very good.
Yes, I need to tell you how it's Happy New Year in Polish. So you
Okay.
learn something too. So Happy
All
New
right.
Year in Polish is Szczęśliwego Nowego Roku.
That is so so long. You need to slow down one more time.
Szczęśliwego
Szczęśliwego
Nowego
Nowego
Roku.
Roku.
Yay!
Okay, I'll
That was
try
even
again
harder, I
later.
think.
Well, obviously, today we are talking about Chinese New Year tradition and East-West spiritual tradition as well, from both Magda and myself.
Yes, and for those who don't know us, we just want to quick introduce ourselves because there might be a new audience here. So I'm Magdalena, I'm based in Poland and I'm human design analyst and I'm specialized in psychonumerology, breath, yoga, meditation and coaching. And see, can you introduce yourself too?
For those who is not familiar with me, I am a nutritionist based in Hong Kong, but grew up in the West. So I know what's like having a congee in the morning, but also snack a flapjack after school.
We are ready to start. See, can you tell us more about the Chinese New Year?
Well, for me, Chinese New Year is symbolizing a new energy cycle, a beginning of spring, and really like spiritual cleansing. Also, it's one of the biggest family reunion you can imagine. So, each year is different because it's based on the lunar calendar. This year is in February. Last year it was in January. So again, it's all about fresh energy, ancestor, good fortune, food, and welcoming a new energy year.
Okay, so it's the same as in Poland by the end of the year. So when we celebrate New Year's Eve, so we just want
Yeah.
to say goodbye to everything that we don't like or to clean the energy, clean the house. So you can just end New Year and to the
Yeah.
1st of January with the fresh energy. We sometimes said, okay, it will be a new year, new energy. But I don't think we do much more rituals here in Poland. It's all
Hmm.
about like celebration, having good fun, and just forget about the normal stuff for this one night. So I like that in Chinese is more of the celebration and more of the rituals. So can you tell
Yeah.
us more about that?
Yeah, you talked about cleaning the house. So definitely we need to clean the house before the actual Chinese New Year, which I've done already. Because when we talk about cleaning the
Good for
house, it's
you.
literally every corner of the house and the windows. So it's like a deep cleaning to symbolize and to welcome, like I said, the new energy and forwarding to your friends and family some of the information about the next zodiac sign, whether it's good for you or not. And
Okay.
where to put auspicious items, object in the house or in the office, something like these, to enhance the overall energy, particularly for fortune, health, and relationship.
I think
But
I need to
also,
clean my house today, like really.
yes,
Just before
you still have
tomorrow.
time because
Yeah.
it's for tomorrow. Yes, that's true. And remember, there are things like not cutting your hair during the new year because it's like cutting off good luck. So you've seen my new hair, I did it before. And absolutely not sweeping your house on day one because again, it sweep out the fortune. Things like not buying shoes because shoes in Chinese sounds like bad luck. So there are many, many rituals. I try to follow as much as I can, but sometimes I do forget to.
I'm curious, do you like still celebrate like New Year's when it's 31st of December? So you like celebrate New Year twice?
Well, for me, because like I said, I grew up in the West, so definitely I would celebrate 31st of December, especially it's my birthday. And then New Year as well, more again, celebration all about fireworks, but less on the family rituals, gathering the families together, celebrating, having traditional Chinese food. Well, I mean, again, I take the best out of both worlds, so I celebrate both for sure.
I think I will start to celebrate Chinese New Year like really for sure. I need to learn these rituals
Just
and
become Chinese for Chinese New Year, yes.
yeah, once a year you will remind me about that,
I will,
Magda. You are
for sure.
Chinese now for a while.
Exactly.
Okay,
Exactly.
so but what about food? Because
Oh,
I
yeah.
think it's important too.
Definitely. I mean, this is the best part, food. Um, it's like Christmas, honestly. Every dish has their meaning for Chinese New Year dishes. For example, dumplings that looks like those little money pouches. I don't know if you've seen them, but it symbolizes wealth. The whole fish meaning surplus, and noodles for long life. So it's like edible affirmation. I love it. Like I said, we do eat a lot for Chinese New Year, which again, we're very, very grateful, especially for Hakka Chinese. So I'm a Hakka Chinese, where we speak a different dialect. With distinguished cuisine as well. So usually food much more savory, heavy flavor as well. So things like stewed pork belly, we have salt baked chicken, stuffed tofu with meat. So again, it's very heavy, and I grow up eating that. And
I'm
again, we're very,
hungry
very
right now,
grateful.
see. Like I think we need to stop this topic because I'm
I know.
hungry.
I'll share photos with you so then you know what we're having. The crazy part is that some of the aunties in the family, they make dishes for the whole village and for the whole family. So every time for the gathering, for my family, at least in Hong Kong, we have 20, 30, sometimes 40 people at once. So just a couple of aunties making food for every single one. It's so much work, but we're very grateful. But in recent years, the dynamics has changed a little. You see the cuisine more, people are opting for more healthier options,
Okay.
which is good in a way. I mean, once you understand the symbolism, you can really modernize it. For example, you can make the dumplings with more veggies option for sure. You can also do some lighter, gut-friendly version of the heavy festive dishes and still keep the meaning.
I'm so happy that we are doing this episode because I'm learning so much. But
I'm going
the
to send you the recipes.
yeah, but the food is so delicious. I think I will eat too much. So if I eat too much, what should I do? Tell me.
Well, that's often the case. Again, same for Christmas as well. So you can opt for a couple of fruits option that has contained different enzymes that will help digestion, like kiwi, papaya, or berries. That would be a good option. Or you can have a peppermint tea or a ginger tea after the meal. So that will also help to reduce bloating as well. I would sometimes maybe incorporate probiotics just to promote the healthy gut bacteria, especially again after maybe a whole week of heavy food. Have some yogurt too, but do watch out the sugar content in your yogurt. Since you're with your family for your meals, go out for a walk after that, and perhaps you could get back to your exercise routine as well for the new year.
Okay, I'm so happy you said that, right? I know what should I do when I eat too much, not only in celebrating Chinese New Year, but for every Christmas. In Poland, we have like strong Catholic roots, so we had some food we eat on the Christmas Eve, and we had like some rituals to follow, so you are not cleaning your house on Sundays. But when I was in my first 20 years of life, I just wasn't a fan of that. Like, I think, as you said, people right now in Chinese New Year, they try to eat healthier. And I think like the younger generation here in Poland try to sometimes avoid these rituals. They try to keep it more modern. So I really like
Mm.
that. And I think in first 20 years of my life, I was doing the same. So I just cleaning my house on Sunday or just not eating every meals that we should eat on Christmas Eve. But then I found meditation, breath, yoga, and a whole
Mm.
spiritual world for me, and it hits me different. I love that I have the tools to close the year, open a new year, and to really support me in my everyday life. And
Yeah.
maybe do you have any rituals that you follow?
I think we definitely grew up with visiting temples and incense, talking about zodiac animals, your aunt telling you this year is good for you or this year is not good for you, need to
I
be
hope this year
careful.
will be good for us. See,
Yes, I hope so. Well, I know already. We can manifest it and it will be a good year for us, I'm sure.
perfect.
In particular for Chinese New Year, we do visit temples usually before the Chinese New Year arrive to thank the gods or your ancestors for looking after us for the past year. And we also visit the temple during Chinese New Year to pray for good luck and fortune for the new year as well. And we have rituals to the ancestor for the offerings and temple dragon or lion dance. I'm not sure if you've seen them on YouTube,
Yes.
but they are spectacular. Sometimes the lion dance will come to the office as well, and they go
Wow.
around the office and with people playing the drums, making a lot of noise. Basically, it's really to um, welcome this energy into the space. Like I said, also in the office, people would put auspicious objects to really enhance the overall energy for good luck, fortune, relationship. So the lion dance also symbolizes that. And people in the office, in general, very happy and they welcome all these lion dances as well to celebrate New Year.
That's so nice. Like, I really like that. I wish we have it here in Europe too. Just to, have this fun and celebration. I feel that there's like a lot of this childish fun that you really putting your pure happiness there. And I really
Oh,
love
yes.
that. I
Starting
will tell
this
my
year.
friends that we are celebrating Chinese New Year tomorrow. I will gather them for some dinner or something like that. We'll go to
Yeah,
Chinese restaurant. Maybe they will have some rituals there too.
of course. Yeah, I'm sure they will. Maybe dumplings, have some dumplings, or like I said, noodles symbolizing long life and all that. I'm sure that will be.
And then I will say to them, you need to listen to this episode because we are talking about Chinese New Year. You will learn yourself.
Oh yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah,
Yes.
but I like that this is, the happy time because like the New Year's Eve for us here in Poland, like 31st of December is all about like fun and happy, but I don't think that there is like this childhood energy that you are really celebrating it. And I
Mm,
love that because like through last year I tried to be more aware how I close the year and how I open the year. I do something from my logic and for my spirit. So for my logic, I just write whenever was good this year, like the year that
mm,
is closing, and whenever is bad or just like I don't like. So my logic see that, but our logic always remembers the bad things or like really, really good things, but they are forget about the small things. So there I sit
mm,
and do the meditation through every month of the year. So I can remember the energy, remember the small things that happen there, and so then I can redo the logic. So I write down what I've learn from the meditation. So what I felt, what are the other good things that I forget in my logic,
Yeah.
just to close
Yeah.
the year. And that's the really nice closing, so you can really see what you achieve. I'm really
Mm.
happy about that time, that the end of the year for me is like the time for thinking
Reflection.
reflection and thinking how I can be better next year without the pressure. So
Yeah.
before the New Year's Eve, I always do the meditation and try to open for the new energy. So I try to open doors to every month in the meditation so I can, put the energy that I want, like the energy of happiness, the energy of love. So the energy is already sitting there in this month,
Yeah.
so I can enter
Wow.
them and see this energy. And after that, I do the logic. Of course, I do some goals for a new year. I do the dream maps, like the dream board of what I
Mm.
will love to have in the new year. Yeah,
Mm.
but to open a new year, I start with meditation, and I think I will do that too today. So just before the Chinese New Year, because as some of you knows, the first days of New Year was hard for me because of my back problem. So I think I can say it's like a new year for me.
That's good. Any other thing that you do for meditation or breath work that you help to close the year and open new energy?
Okay, see, so I will not do the whole meditation, but I will tell you how to do that. So our audience or you can do it today before the Chinese New Year. So I sit with myself, I put some gentle, soft music around. I just always have some papers near me if I would like to write something down, because you sometimes forget what you want to write after the meditation. And sit with yourself. I always feel the gratitude towards everything that happens in last year. So whenever it was good things or bad things, because we learn from our mistakes and for our hard moments too. So you can place your hands through your heart and just be grateful for that part of the year, of the whole year, to all the things that happen in your life. When you feel the gratitude, you open your heart to
Mm.
good emotions and good feelings. You can feel that the energy around you is like much more lighter and softer. This is what gratitude means to me. So it's easier for me to open the good space for a new year. So whenever you are grateful for last year, you can just think about what is ahead for you. So every month of the new year, even if it's Chinese New Year, so like the February, March, and other months, or even is a new year, so January, February, and others, and just try to open doors to every month that is ahead of you, and just put there something. Like you can imagine you are putting there flowers, and flowers represent for you the energy of good, of love, of happiness. Maybe you need more happiness in your life. And whenever the whole doors are open, you can sit and just look at it and just feel the energy and open it for the new year. I always said I leave behind me the emotions, feelings, or things that are not meant to be in my life. So some sickness, sad, some strong emotions that I don't want to have in the new year. And
Mm.
yeah, that's the quick meditation to open a new year. But to close the one you just have, you just do this great gratitude moment for yourself, and you can just visit every month of the year that has passed and see what you really achieved there and what are the good things you sometimes forget, because we forget things and
I
we
like
really
that
focus,
because,
on the bad things.
yeah, no, I've never thought about opening every month, something that you just mentioned. I actually never thought about that, closing each month and with an intention to open up to start another month. Thank you for that. I think it's really something that I've never thought about, and maybe I should start doing this too. It's true.
I'm really curious, what is one thing you love about Chinese New Year?
Oh, I think definitely is the red pocket money that we give each other. Let me show you. So,
That would be
so
my
we
favorite things too.
so we have different envelopes like this. Usually it will be in color like red, pink, because it represents the Chinese New Year and the good energy. And so you put cash inside and you give each other red pocket when you greet each other with 新年快乐 or 新年快乐. And usually the relatives who are older than you will give you the red pocket money. So if you're a kid, it's amazing. You keep getting red pockets
That's
from
a lot.
everybody. If you
If you
just
are like
go
meeting
around.
in 20, 30 people, that's a lot of envelopes.
Yes, when as a kid, when at the end of Chinese New Year, when you open them, is amazing feeling. We're just so excited to open all the red pockets after that. But if you're married, then you need to prepare all this to give it to your colleagues who are not married. And there
I
are a
will
lot of
still get a lot of envelopes.
yes. Then I need to prepare them now. But again, I love it because it's a ritual, it's wishing each other good fortune, a good start of the year, and you feel good. Also, we give to people who are in the service industry as well, like security guards, helpers, just again to wish them a good luck. It's just a very nice gesture as well, wishing each other a good start of the new year. So definitely, this is my favorite part of
You know,
Chinese New Year.
I think it's really from like the spiritual world. It's really like, as you said, when you are a kid and you open all this envelope, you feel like so blessed. And I think that's the ritual is all about. Like for me as a person who lives in Europe, I can feel the energy that you are like wishing everyone around you like a good fortune, and it's like really genuine. And so you can like feel this good vibes and energy. And you know, when you feel the good vibes and you good energy, you can enter everything with the better attitude and a better
Yes,
approach. So I think
yes.
that's really what the Chinese New Year is about. Like I can really feel this good vibes around it. And yeah, I'm Chinese for
You
now.
see all the
Sorry.
pictures I'll
Yeah.
share on
Yeah.
Instagram.
I can't
Yes,
wait. See, like you need to send me before you post it on Instagram, like just for me to, you know, get this vibe more so I can show to my friends that I will be
yes.
celebrating Chinese New Year tomorrow. I will need to make some calls.
Well, I think one of the other thing that we cannot close this episode without talking is definitely the talk of the town for Chinese New Year is Feng Shui. You know what Feng Shui is, Magda?
Yes, but in Poland we say about it Feng Shui, not Feng Shui. But right
Oh,
now I
maybe
know
I
the
pronounce it wrong. Yeah, it's
no,
Feng Shui with Feng and
yeah. Yeah,
Shui. Yeah,
so
you're
in
right.
Poland, we sometimes said it about Feng Shui, and I know about it because my mom used to have classes on that. So some years ago, she
Wow.
was on the studies about it. So this is when first the topics of the spiritual world, we can say here in Europe, came to our house. And I remember she gives us a lot of tips, how
Yes.
wrong is our apartment, and if she do it one
Mm.
more time, she will rearrange all the rooms. And
Wow.
how about colors? I think she was going there like 1 or 2 times per month, and every time she came back, she was like, "We need to change this. We need to change this." I got a new like knowledge about it, so it was
Oh,
so nice.
wow.
So I knew some of the information, but I'm not like a specialist at all. So I'm really
Me
happy
neither.
to hear from your sides, like just for me to remember, because I was like little. I think I was like 11, 12, something like that.
Wow.
I'm not remember everything, but yeah, just give
But
me the
yeah,
knowledge.
you're right. It's really an Asian Chinese practice that focuses on the arrangement of the orientation of the space. So, like you said, the house in the house, like the how to place the furniture, um, or which direction you should place your bed. It's just to promote the harmony, the balance, and really the positive energy, which is known as qi. Um, so the word feng which translate to wind, and shui means water. So again, it symbolizes the flow of energy in that particular environment. But again, I'm not a feng shui master. But what I learned is that 2026 is the year of horse. I think now you can find all this information in the internet, and I'm sure you know as well. It's a year for fire on fire combination, so it really amplifies the energy, which is a year of dynamic change, bold decisions, and big swings. So where opportunity can appear very, very quick, but also burn out fast if you are impulsive. So the advice I heard for this year is acting decisively, but not recklessly. So to build in grounding practice, like some of the practices you mentioned, meditation and grounding yourself, resting, having a routine so you don't burn out with the fire horse pace.
We sometimes forget how like the energy in our house is important, how the energy around us is important, people around us is important too. So
Yes.
especially when we have a new year 2026, and you know, in the numerology is a year of one, so that means like the new beginnings too, like the openings. Yeah, so I think it's really important to be in that clear energy, spirit vibes, and just flow with the flow. I love that sentence. Just flow with the flow.
Yeah, so really, like I mentioned, to it because it's a fire on fire year. So just to find time for grounding, practice, just to keep your home clean and calm.
And there are any food that we can eat more in this period of time?
Oh, definitely. Like maybe for some food choices to ground all that fire. It's all about balancing the stress, the speed with more earth and water quality. So food that are warm, nourishing, hydrating, definitely is
Hot water,
important.
guys, hot water.
Warm, warm. Otherwise, it's too hot. Yeah, warm water. That's good.
Water.
Like, so hydrating definitely is very important. So if we're talking about carbs options, it will be some complex carbs like millet, which I talked about in the other nutrition episode. So you could put that in your porridge, your congee, or in your salad, but not too cold salad. So like room temperature salad. So that's a good option for carbs. Oats, quinoa, sweet potato. So these are good food to ground your energy, make you feel calm. Protein, also definitely incorporate your tofu, your eggs, fish, your beans, lentils. Like I said, we talked about it last time as well. Definitely incorporate some of them. And healthy fats, avocado, nuts, and seeds. Also incorporating fiber with colors, more greens as well, your vegetables, eat your vegetables. So I would say prioritizing neutral foods, especially when you're stressed or you're overheated. So you can opt into, say, cucumber. So it gives that cooling effect. I said greens as well before. Incorporate some fruits like apple, citric fruit. You can use some warming spices, but not excessively. Like I said, ginger before. So you can use mild, try to add a little, but not too much. So you don't overstock the fire. So some of the suggestion for you.
So to wrap up, one more thing about the numerology. So 2026 is the year of one. So means a new beginnings, new opening, the energy of a new. But it's more important in numerology in what year are you? Because if you are in your year 9, that means closing in numerology, you will not feel so much of this energy of one coming from 2026. So I will do soon episode about it. So you will learn how to count your year in numerology, how the 9 years, because in the numerology we have 9 year cycle, how this cycle goes. So what you might expect it from each year. So see, to close up, is there any sentence, any one thought that you want to share with our audience for Chinese New Year?
Well, first of all, now that I've shared all this information to you, I expect you to start the Chinese New Year tradition in
Yeah, I'm
Poland starting
promised that.
tomorrow.
Yes.
That's good. Well, I wish you all a year with good health, with good fortune, and full of successful year of horse, and wish you all the wishes that will come true.
Yeah, I'm so happy of this year of horse. I already feel the energy of that.
Yes.
I love that. And next week, here in the Monday Duo podcast, we will have a special guest. Aka will join us and tell us more about the yoga philosophy. So, if you think you know what yoga is, you need to turn on this episode because it might be different that you think.
Yes. Now remember to like, subscribe, and share with us your comments about the episode. And see you next week. I am ready to go and give and receive some pockets.
Okay, so see you next Monday. Bye.